The British Army is being disbanded. That's the claim you'll see in the headlines, comments and late night social media rants, and it's complete rubbish. The truth is far more interesting and far more controversial. The British Army isn't disappearing, it's being rebuilt, reshaped under something called the Future Soldier Programme, the biggest reorganisation of the army in decades. And here's the real question that matters to you. Is this transformation preparing Britain for the next war or the last one? We're going to break down what Future Soldier actually is, why it exists, what's quietly changing behind the scenes, and why some soldiers think it's a bold leap forward, while others think it's a dangerous gamble. And stick around, because later we'll uncover one decision inside Future Soldier that almost nobody talks about, but could define how the British Army fights for the next generation. Welcome back to the war. Here's the uncomfortable reality the British Army had to face. For 20 years, it fought counterinsurgency wars, Iraq, Afghanistan, stabilisation operations, patrol bases and long deployments. But the world didn't stand still while Britain focused on those wars. Russia rebuilt its conventional forces. China modernised at speed. Drones, cyber warfare, space-based surveillance and long-range precision weapons reshaped how wars are fought. Future Soldier announced in 2021 as the Army's response to that shift. Its core idea is simple but brutal. The British Army cannot be everything, everywhere, all at once. Instead, it must be smaller, faster, more lethal, and better integrated with allies, especially NATO. Smaller, but supposedly stronger. Does that actually work in real combat? We'll come back to that. Under Future Soldier, the Army restructures itself into new brigade combat teams, each designed for a specific role: armoured warfare, deep reconnaissance, global response, and special operations support. Because this isn't just about units in numbers. This is about how Britain expects its soldiers to fight, survive, and win future wars. Quick question for you. Do you think modern wars will be decided by mass armies or by smaller, highly connected forces using technology and precision? Let me know in the comments as we go. So let's address the elephant in the room. Future Soldier reduces the British Army's regular strength to around 73,000 troops. That number alone has sparked outrage. But here's the part most people miss. This reduction isn't accidental, it's intentional. The Army's leadership argues that modern warfare rewards capability over quantity. Precision fires, intelligence dominance, unmanned systems and rapid deployment matter more than sheer manpower. If they're done right, and if is doing a lot of heavy lifting. This is where the first major tension appears. A smaller army demands flawless logistics, top-tier training, and equipment that actually works. And if even one of those pillars fails, the entire concept starts to wobble. Remember what I said at the start about smaller but stronger. Keep it in mind, because equipment will decide whether this vision survives contact with reality. Future Soldier reorganises the army around brigade combat teams, or BCTs. Instead of old-style divisions built for Cold War mass warfare, these brigades are designed to deploy independently, integrate air, land, cyber and space effects, and fight as part of a wider joint force. One of the most talked about formations is the Deep Reconnaissance Strike Brigade combat team. Its role is to operate deep behind enemy lines, finding targets, guiding long-range fires under drones, electronic warfare and rapid manoeuvre. This isn't about holding ground, It's about disrupting the enemy before they can even fight properly. Sounds impressive, but here's the cliffhanger. A brigade like this relies heavily on technology. Sensors, data links, communication and precise weapons. And in a peer-to-peer war, those systems will be jammed, hacked, attacked or destroyed. So what happens when the tech goes dark? We'll answer that, but first let's talk about armour. You've probably heard it said, tanks are obsolete. That statement is half true and half dangerously wrong. Future Soldier keeps heavy armour but in a reduced, more modernised form. The Challenger 3 programme upgrades the Army's main battle tank with a new turret, advanced sensors and a smoothbore gun compatible with NATO ammunition. This signals something important. The British Army still believes that armour matters, but only when integrated with infantry, engineers, drones and long-range fires. Here's something you might not know. Armour under Future Soldier isn't meant to charge forward alone. It's meant to operate as part of a system supported by surveillance drones, protected by air defence and fed real-time intelligence. That's the theory. The question is whether Britain can field enough of these modernised platforms fast enough to matter in a large-scale conflict. Which brings us to the most controversial programme in the entire plan. Let's talk about Ajax. Ajax was meant to be the backbone of the Army's future reconnaissance force, a highly advanced armoured vehicle packed with sensors. Instead, it became a symbol of everything that can go wrong in defence procurement. Noise, vibration, crew injuries, delays and spiralling costs plagued the programme for years. Future Soldier assumes Ajax works. That's the uncomfortable truth. Much of the Army's future reconnaissance, targeting and information advanced relies on platforms like Ajax feeding data into the wider force. If Ajax underperforms, the ripple effect is huge. This is why some soldiers and analysts argue Future Soldier is high risk, high reward. And here's what keeps people uneasy. There's no plan B. Here's something that rarely gets enough attention. Future Soldier isn't just about equipment and structures, it's about people. Smaller forces mean higher expectations. Soldiers are expected to be more technically skilled, more adaptable and more deployable than ever before. The Army is investing heavily in training, specialist roles and integration with cyber and intelligence units. But here's another tension. Retention has been a persistent challenge. Highly skilled soldiers are valuable, and the civilian world knows it. So the Army faces a quiet battle. Can it keep the people it needs to make Future Soldier work? Because no amount of modern doctrine compensates for empty tanks or ranks. That's not hypothetical, that's a real present risk. Future Soldier is not the death of the British Army. It's a gamble that technology, integration and precision can offset reduced numbers. A gamble that Britain can stay ahead of adversaries who are learning fast. And a gamble that the next war will reward agility more than mass. Whether it succeeds won't be decided in Whitehall. It will be decided by soldiers on the ground, under pressure, when plans meet reality. So here's a question for you. Is Future Soldier a smart adaptation to modern warfare? Or is Britain taking too big a risk with too little margin for error? Let us know in the comments. Hi soldiers, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments and check out our merchant membership programs. And don't forget to check back in again soon. That's an order.